again, Michael here. So what we will do is learn the cool little acoustic lead intro for Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd. So I'll have tabs on the screen like I usually do when I go through these things. 8 bars of a little cool lead to learn. So we'll just break it down as we go. So here's the first bar. So that's as far as I'll go for now. So start with your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the G string. Pick that note and slide to 4. Then pick 3 on the B string. That's your first thing to do. Okay, you leave a wee gap, then play 5 on that B string. To 4 on the G, back up to 3 on the B string. So I'll just keep doing that a wee minute for you. Also, try and use the fingers I'm using. I mean, it's always an individual thing, but I think it works out most sensibly because there's some bits later that it just helps to use the 2nd finger here to start with. I know it feels like you should go with 1st, but just trust me, you'll see later on. Then at the end of the first bar, we've got to put this quick flail of a triplet in. So go to the 4th fret of the G string with your 3rd finger. Also have the 2nd fret on that string already fretted, okay? So they're both down at the same time. First finger's over here. Pick 4, pull off, and the 2 will sound out. And as you pull off, flick that finger away to really pop the note out. It's the speed that'll produce that sound. And then you kind of flick that first finger off to the open G string. And watch, it's quite easy to whack these other strings underneath. So what you can do is you can kind of use the back of the first finger just to nudge against them. So that when you flick off that open G string, hopefully you don't clatter into those other strings. But it's not a big deal. You know, you'll be able to clean it up as you get more used to it. So here's everything so far. Okay, so that's everything so far. Plus, you will notice we've started into the 2nd bar. Pick the open D string. Okay, then we've got like this quick slide to the 2nd fret of the A string. I'm going to suggest middle finger. Now you're kind of sliding from 1 here. It's very quick though. Bit fiddly down there in that part of the neck. And then you pick 2 open A strings. So that's the lick there. So everything so far. Alright, we're starting to hear it now. Next bar then we've got double stops and slides and pull off. So take first finger, play these 2 skinny strings on the 3rd frets. So that's high E and B. Pick those strings and slide to 5, and make sure when you slide you keep that pressure on, because otherwise the notes will die. Okay. Then you go back to the 3s and pick that note again. Notes, I should say. Okay, then we do a similar thing on the next set of strings. Will be on the B and G strings. I suggest 1st and 3rd here. So 1 on the 2nd fret of the G, 3 on the 3rd fret of the B. Now again, you're going to be using a movable shape. So pick those 2 strings and slide from that 2nd fret on the G to the 4 whilst maintaining that chord shape, okay? So pick, quick slide, pick, and then pull off to those 2 open strings. So what we've got so far. Okay, so hopefully that's making sense. Then we kind of repeat it. but the only difference is at the end, after you've done the pull off to the 2 open strings, you then pick those 2 open strings. Again, all we're talking here is the open G and B string, okay? So that would be bars 3 and 4. So let me put that in context. Okay, so I'm going to put the first 4 bars together. And just as you go, it's good practice and awareness to just try and mute the other strings that might get in the way. It's quite easy to make this messy at times. Okay, we'll keep going then. So bar 5, similar things here. Pick 2 on the G string, slide to 4. Pick 3 on the B string, then go back to 4 on the G string, up to 5 on the B with your 3rd finger here, I suggest, and then give it some vibrato. Now, I know you want to get through the song quickly. Let me just give you some advice. When you're doing slides or vibrato, stuff like that, it's important to try and be relaxed as you do it. So notice when I pick this note, I'm not sliding straight off it. Pick it and let it ring for a wee sec. Then slide and hold the pressure down. Okay, so then the notes and the quality of the notes are much better. And when you get the vibrato again, pick it, let the note ring for a wee sec, and then apply vibrato. And I suggest, although I say get your thumb down for a lot of things on guitar, you can poke it up there, get some purchase on the neck. If you're doing vibrato with this 3rd finger, get the other guys to help you there, to manipulate the string as well. Okay. Right, then we have a little half note bend on the 5 that you've just landed at. So this is handy because you can get the other fingers to help. Now you're going to do a quick little half note bend there. That means you're bending the 5 up half a step so it sounds like the note at fret 6. It's very quick though. And then kind of have the 1st finger ready over there at fret 3 on the B string, because you're going to pull off and hopefully that note will then sound out. Something like that. Okay. Then 4 on the G, 3 on the B. Okay, so that's what that should be sounding like. Then we're kind of wanting a note to end on. It's that 2 on the G string, so that's in the next bar now. Now you could use 1st finger or 2nd there. Because of the slides and stuff in the song, I'm just sticking with that to keep it easy for my brain. Then another half note bend here at 4 on the G now. Then you go into 3 and 5 on the B string. So and then to finish that bar, another little half note bend on the 4 with a rest note in between. before you go to 2 and give it some vibrato. Okay, so I know there's a lot going on in there. Let me just play bar 6 for you. Okay, hope that's going all right now. Then I'm just going to skip on to the last 2 bars. Similar stuff, so this is bar 7. Hopefully you get the gist now. Then another lick with some bends and pull-offs. So bend that 5 you've just landed on. So you do a quick bend. Then you pick 5, pull off to 3 and pick 5 again. Into the last bar, some vibrato with 2 in the G. Then we've got another bend here at 4. And at that point I just like to go with my 3rd and 1st finger to finish it off. So here's the last 2 bars. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to play through it all slowly again.